Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Basically, today we are going to talk about some topic related to formula, basically, and this is basically for 54th part ongoing. Till 53 part, basically, we have already discussed lots of things related to formula. What actually formula is? It's a set of attributes, and set of attributes we do the plus, minus, and subtraction. Then it converts to the one formula, basically. For this is basically attribute and set of attributes basically you can say it comes to formula basically you can say. So basically if we say that the set of attributes that is basically equal to one balance sheet, then also it would not be wrong basically, because each and every attribute contains one balance set of balance sheet, and balance sheet contains the each and every information of the mm, each and every sector's information basically you can say. So each and every sector information are also available at the each and every sector information are available in this attribute. And basically if you want to go in detail in this attributes, then basically you have to search for the balance sheet of this each and every attributes basically. So basically this attributes basically itself is one balance sheet. And if you want to know more detail about this attributes in attributes balance sheet, then basically banking industry is there, because banking industry have the each and every information of the balance sheet basically you can say of the investment basically which is done by the software industry. I have taken one example of the 1 lakh crore rupees investment basically which has made by the Mumbai people, and they have given the contribution of 1 lakh crore rupees. That is basically you can say mutual fund and many other investment basically. This is basically related to tax basically of the software industry you can say. So basically, 1 lakh crore is I have just taken as an example. But in real, it can be less also and can be more also. So basically, here we are talking about the banking investment, which is already made, and from that investment, basically, lots of text boxes are there. Lots of combo box has created. Lots of checkboxes are created, lots of radio buttons are created, lots of buttons are created. Like this, basically, lots of things are created, and like this, basically, investment are done basically by the banking industry in the sector of this all basically. That is basically control sector basically you can say, is a user control basically you can say. So in user control basically they have done, the banks group have done the investment, and basically there basically cyber industry also comes into picture basically you can say. Cyber industry basically means you can say each and everything tracking of the internet basically, because the cyber, the word itself says that it's a cyber, it's a internet basically. Because if you don't have internet in your PC, then basically how the cyber industry will come connect to you basically. So basically, to connect to you, basically you require the internet, basically, right? But in real, basically, each and every PCs are connected with the set of servers. But here, basically, in front of world, basically, it's like that. Cyber word definition has told that the internet is required, and basically the set of provider are also available. They basically give the internet service provider. So like this, basically, each and every provider basically is connected with the internet. And like this basically you can say um, each and every cyber securities are also there, each and every cyber industries are connected. Basically if I say that it's cyber is one industry, then also it not be wrong basically, because it's a big business connected with the cyber world also basically you can say. Because in each and every page basically the cyber industry has already entered. For example, if you see any I have taken one example. If the business happens, business is happening very less basically. Then basically how the sales industry basically do the business, how they send the negative energy to the to the internet basically. So basically negative energy means basically we can say that will harm your body basically you can say. But that is really a very bad sales industry, and that basically sales industry means very bad basically you can say. But a few people do the peaceful sales, and that basically you can ratio this like 50-50 basically you can say. The 50 percentage people do the nice sales basically, that is basically peaceful sales, and few people basically don't do the peaceful sales. So basically that in when the internet was not available, that time also it was like that basically, peaceful sales and non-peaceful sales basically you can say. It's basically in Hindi basically it's told shanti se sales karo, and few people says that no, we don't believe in shanti, we believe in some other word only. So basically, like this, basically there are many people who do the sales in peacefully, and the other people basically says that we don't do sales peacefully. So like this, basically in this peacefully and non-peacefully, basically cyber world is always connected, because each and everything basically whatever things are going to happen, whatever things energy is going to generate, and that each and everything basically is connected with each and every things basically you can say. And like this basically cyber world is connected with the whole industry basically, that also you can say. So cyber world is basically by default connected, and by default connected with the cyber industry and cyber world basically you can say. So like this, basically, we were discussing the little bit about the formula word, which says that each and every formula keyword basically is each and every attributes keyword basically are connected with the set of industry, and a set of industries are basically you can say it's a set of sectors basically you can say. Iron sector, plastic sector, in copper sector, steel sector, each and every sectors are there, and they basically are connected with each other basically, like this also you can say basically. Because wherever basically the software exists, there basically the cyber world always exists, and wherever the cyber world exists, the formula always comes into picture. So basically, if we say that cyber world have the entire data of the formula which is going to be generated, then basically it would not be wrong basically. So the cyber world basically itself is one industry basically you can say, because it contains each and every formulas, attributes, detail information also you can say. Because cyber security says that we have to track each and every energy. So basically to track the each and every energy, basically you should have the data, right? So other than if you don't have the data, then how basically you are going to secure the cyber industry basically. So for that basically cyber industry have each and every data of the negative and positive energy, and they basically keeps the data of negativities and positivity energy basically you can say. So like this basically the cyber world says that we have the each and every data. Like this basically if I say the text box equal to 1,000 cities, that data also cyber world have, then basically it would not be wrong basically, it's 100% correct. So like this basically this is a little bit about the cyber industry. And we have already seen the what is the banking industry, that is basically banking industry only have the um, this is basically banking industry connected with the software industry, that investment I am talking about. So banking industry basically do the investment in the existing product of the software industry, that is basically text box, combo box, check boxes, like this each and every controls basically which is software industries groups are using, and their customers are using and their users are using. So that investment and the new investment basically you can say, if there is any changes in this control panels controls basically which the users and the customers are using, if there is any change, if there is any addition is required, then basically the cyber then basically the banking industry do the investment in this all basically we can say. And the other investment, if any new control basically raised, somebody has created new control basically, then basically that basically require the India, that required that required basically the investment. Like this basically each and every things are connected with each other, and the negativity and positive energies are also connected here. And like this the software industry says that we are basically into cyber industry also, because cyber industry itself is the big industry, and which says that we have the each and every record of the negativity and positive energy basically we can say. So negativity and positive energy are basically containing in IT industry, that is basically you can say text boxes, control box, then basically that text box have negative energy, and positive energy. So both energy basically each and every control contains basically, because positivity and negative energy contains in both sides basically. Basically it's required basically, that basically system says that negative energy and positive energy both is required basically. That basically might be some other concept basically related to the energy, the software energy group basically, who created the software energy on the base of some certain energy. So basically they have selected this all energy into software energy, so on the base of certain formula basically. So that formula basically might be containing the positivity and negative energy basically. That's why basically the in both side basically in each and every product basically you can say positivity and negativity energies are there basically. So like this basically we are talking about the software industry, and in software industry we are discussing the cyber industry, that is very basically very vast industry. And we are talking about each and every words which is basically connected with this formula and their attributes, that also we have talked. And lots of word we have already talked, like government word, how basically government runs the country. Adani group example I have taken, this is basically I have read it somewhere that this example is there, basically how India runs the country. And basically an Indian government says that we don't trust anyone. So basically, if I say that Indian businessman equal to Indian government employee, then basically it would be 100% good, because Indian government says that we don't trust anyone. So that's why basically this formula you can connect like this: Indian government equal to Indian businessman. That also you can say basically, because nobody trusts anyone basically. No country basically trusts each country basically. So there are lots of loops and poles basically we can say, that way that also we are going to discuss basically in this formula word, basically how each and every countries are connected with each other, but they never trust each other basically. So like this, lots of things are there. Basically, we are going to discuss little bit more about the formula word. This is basically 54th number word, and in 55th number word, we are going to discuss little bit more about the formula